both your parents having been to prison and you not finishing your education puts you in a category that lots of people, it's easy to predict that Mr. Logan Doyle is going to go to prison too. You spending 40, 50 years of your life in and out of prison the next 40, 50 years is going to really suck. 25-7091FH. We're here for an attempted larceny over 20,000 and a UTA, both of them 5-year maxes, guidelines at 0 to 17 and 5 to 23 respectively. Mr. Filippi, have you had a chance to review the report and recommendations?
I've had the opportunity to review. I've gone over them with my client. We have no objections.
Any scoring challenges?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Juliet, are you on this case?
Yes, I have no additions, corrections, scoring challenges.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Filippa, go ahead with anything you want to say on behalf of Mr. Doyle.
Thank you, Your Honor. By way of allocution, and I see Logan's got some paperwork in front of him that I think he wants to address the court at some point with all of this as well. Okay. The pre-sentence report does show a fairly troubling youth time frame for Mr. Doyle, which I've explained to him is something that he needs to overcome and do better because of, and while it may provide some context and background, this is certainly a very scary event. In reviewing the police reports and the dash cameras, I was scared for Mr. Doyle's safety and for the safety of the officers and the community in general. I appreciate the bottom end of the guideline recommendation with the 1.5 year probation attached to all of this. Mr. Doyle, to his credit, has started doing the GED courses in the jail, even though he is early he's not receiving any jail credit for that or any of the offsets that way, but it's something he wanted to try to knock out and get done. Mr. Doyle also has 2 cases over in Emmett County that felony cases, similar cases to this, that now under Gibbons, he won't be receiving any jail credit for over there. So I'm not sure if that's something that the court wanted to fashion into this. I don't know if that would count as a downward departure basis to allow him to transport over there to finish his Sheboygan County sentence to be more accessible to Judge Deegan and Patrick. Is your lawyer over there? Pete Lyons.
They said that.
What's different? This is okay.
Well, I generally let the different jail administrators figure out where he's going to be. You know, I don't have a preference.
Okay. So those are my comments. Logan, do you have things you wanted to tell the judge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to start by saying that I truly do regret my actions and understand that that's the reason that brought me here today. And I should have never done the things I've done. I should have never took part in any of it. And I just truly wanted to apologize to the victim, Mr. Fisher, because I know that what I've done has probably affected him or even his family. And it was not right of me to do anything along the lines of any of that. And I also wrote a letter for him that if I could present that to him, or y'all could get that to him.
Have you reviewed that, Mr. Fulp?
I've not, Your Honor.
Why don't you review it first and then give it to the prosecuting attorney, and if they see fit, they can forward it over.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Juliet, any recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. I would ask the court to the defendant to a year in jail on both counts. I was looking through the PSI as well, and his history is troubling, and you know I sympathize with that. But at the same time, and when this was going on, he was just walking northern Michigan, Sheboygan and Emmett County, thinking that he could just take whatever he saw fit. He picked up a case in Emmett County for similar conduct and was in jail for not too long, but he eventually bonded out, and within days he picked up this offense. And I mean, I know he wasn't the driver in this case, but the court knows the facts. It put the public at significant risk of danger. So I do think a jail sentence for a year is appropriate in this case.
Great, thank you. Mr. Doyle, if you please stand for the court sentence. Mr. Doyle, you're what, 21?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you've got, the case here and in Emmett where you with a bunch of other young people are just stealing cars, and the circumstances, you weren't the driver in this case, but fleeing from the police, and it's a dangerous situation for everyone involved, you, the officers, the public. The other thing that I was struck by reading this report is that you haven't finished school, but you've been working on your GED.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a good thing. Okay. And also, both of your parents have been to prison.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to tell you, both your parents having been to prison and you not finishing your education puts you in a category that lots of people, it's easy to predict that Mr. Logan Doyle is going to go to prison too. But you need to know that doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen. You get to live your life. It's not going to be your dad's life. It's not going to be your mom's life. If you want to, there's a path that's easier for you than most to end up in prison. And you're only 21 now. It probably, what I'm telling you doesn't even hardly sink in, I'm sure. But I'm telling you, you spending 40, 50 years of your life in and out of prison the next 40, 50 years is going to really suck. And that's the path that you put yourself on. You can get off that path. I can't get you off that path. Mr. Filippa can't get you off that path. Your probation officer is going to try to be an encouragement for you, but they can't get you off that path. Only one person can do that, and that's you. So you have the power to decide what your next several decades are going to look like. And I hope you choose better than your parents did. And you can have a life where you're doing good things with a family, with a job, in the community. All those things are available to you, but the window closes if you keep on this path. You got no prior record, and I'm looking at a guideline range that would let me send you to prison today. So you have less time to turn things around than some folks do. So I sure hope you take it serious. If I had to guess, sometime in the next year or two, I'm going to be back seeing you and sending you off to prison. Just that's what experience tells me. But like I said, you're the only one in the room that can prove me wrong about that, and I sure hope you do. Taking all those things into account, I am going to place you on probation for 18 months as recommended, subject to the terms and conditions in the pre-sentence report. Those include, I want to highlight for you, it includes, I want you to finish that GED program.
Yes, sir.
It includes curfew. It includes no contact with all those folks listed, Mr. Morris, Marishai, Ms. Enick. You have to keep and maintain the job. There's a crime victims assessment of $130, court costs of $350, state cost of $136, DNA testing with a $60 fee. There's a monthly supervision fee to the Department of Corrections. And then, how much jail to give you? That's the real question, right? The recommendation is at the low end to 5 months. The prosecutor wants you to do the full year. You're doing the GED in the jail right now?
Yes, sir.
How many modules do you need or have?
I was meant to do my first actual test today, but it interfered with my 4 years. So
Okay.
I didn't go yet.
All right. All right. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I mean, you were on. He was on bond from Emmett and then committed this, and then you're getting a benefit for this not being consecutive. I think on the balance, I'm going to order that you serve 7 months in the Sheboygan County Jail with credit for 80 days previously served. I'll indicate on the judgment of sentence that if the jail determines you eligible, you can participate in the CBT program and the GED program and get credit for your sentence. So you get credit against this sentence for every module you complete on a GED, okay? All right, within 24 hours of your release from jail, I want you to contact the probation department to get you going on probation. You're eligible to be discharged from probation at the halfway point if you've completed probation, so we're going to give you a piece of paper explaining that. If you want to appeal, you got to file an application. If you want a lawyer, you have to do that within 6 months. So we're going to ask you to initial a copy of your appeal rights so we have a record we gave it to you. The other copy is for you to fill out if you want to take an appeal. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Doyle?
No.
Okay, good luck to you.
Your Honor, is there a work crew? Or is that with CBD?
There is a work crew, but I don't allow it on felony sentences.
Okay. And the letter seems suitable.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Mr. Juliet, you can review that and pass it along.
Under Michigan law, this case proceeds under attempted larceny over $20,000, a felony governed by Michigan Compiled Laws 750.92a, with attempt liability defined under 750.92. Each count carries a statutory maximum of 5 years imprisonment. Sentencing is guided by Michigan's advisory sentencing framework under 769.34, which placed the defendant within guideline ranges of 0 to 17 months on one count and 5 to 23 months on the other, making prison legally permissible but not mandatory. At sentencing, the court evaluated the pre-sentence investigation report as required by 771.14, weighing the defendant's age, lack of prior felony convictions, and background against the seriousness of the conduct. The facts showed repeated vehicle theft behavior, flight from police, and commission of this offense while already facing charges in another county. Aggravating factors the court was required to consider under 769.33. Rather than impose an immediate prison commitment, the court exercised discretion under 771.3, ordering 18 months of probation with 7 months in county jail, crediting time already served. The sentence also included rehabilitative conditions, completion of GED programming, cognitive behavioral treatment eligibility, and structured supervision, all expressly authorized under 771.3b. The court's ruling reflects Michigan's sentencing law and practice. Accountability imposed, rehabilitation incentivized, and incarceration deferred, with clear warning that future violations will remove that discretion entirely.